If you are a leader in your environment, you must be intentional about diversity. It will not just happen. You must be intentional, for when we are working in a fast-paced, dynamic, intense environment, we will all reach for the familiar. We will all do it. And then you'll look up and you will not have the proper voices at your decision-making table. And if you have homogenous thinking at your decision-making table, you will have a gap in your go-to-market strategy. And it will now expose you unnecessarily to outsized competitive threats. So as you are building your team, you need to make sure that you have all voices represented. And if you feel like you have a hard time recruiting X or Y, don't fall into the old trap of, I can't find any. It's very difficult. There are lots of great candidates of all genders, of all ethnicities in the marketplace. And if you, as an individual, do not have exposure to this kind of diversity, then leverage the relationships within your organization and say to people, I'm looking for somebody that fits this demographic profile for my team. I need some help in getting exposure to these kinds of candidates. What is your thought about how I might do that? Do you know of any great candidates? Do you know of an executive recruiter that might be able to give me a palette of this kind of diversity so that I can get the kind of profile that I'm looking for? It is critical that it happens, and let me give you one reason why. We're all competing around innovation. It's the dominant competitive parameter across all industries. And if you agree with that, then you know you need a lot of ideas in order to come up with that one innovative idea that will allow you to obtain and retain a leadership position in your industry. Because after all, innovation is born from ideas. Well, if you need a lot of ideas, you need a lot of perspectives, because ideas are born from perspectives. Well, if you need a lot of perspectives, you better have a lot of experiences in that room, because perspectives are born from experiences. And if you need a lot of experiences in that room, you better start with a lot of different people in that room, because experiences are born from people. You must start with a lot of different people in order to end up with that one innovative idea that will allow you to obtain and retain a leadership position in your industry. That is the commercial imperative around diversity. I will also tell you that if you're going to bring in diverse candidates into your environment, you must be focused on making sure that they are successful, especially if you are hiring at the lateral level. When you think you can get a great candidate and just drop them into your environment, it doesn't happen that easily. I don't care what demographic they happen to be. When you are hiring laterally, you need to make sure that you overinvest in somebody's success. Because here's why. Despite the fact that your organization may need this kind of candidate, no matter who they might be, here's the thing. The body will always dispel that which is foreign. And so you have to make sure that as soon as possible, that person you brought from the outside is seen as somebody who's already a part of that organization. And the only way you can do that is to overinvest in their overall success. The more diverse thinking that we have at our decision-making table, the more informed we will be as we make decisions that impact our employee base, that impact our shareholders, and that impact people that you are serving as customers or constituents. There are great ideas all over the marketplace. As we all know, talent is evenly distributed, but opportunity is not. And as a leader, you owe it to yourself to get the best talent that's in the marketplace, which means you have to be intentional about making sure you engage in that marketplace so that you can be exposed to all of that talent. Go get them.